Hello and welcome. You're watching Revsportz. I'm Rohit Juglan. In this particular video, we'll talk, in detail about what happened yesterday. We'll talk about the game also because, it's now do or die, almost a do or die. Yes, mathematically there will be a possibility if India loses versus Afghanistan, and then there is, Sri Lanka versus Afghanistan, and if Afghanistan lost that game also, it will be all around the net run rate thing after that. But it's going to be a do or die. India, the two main problems as far as this triangular series is concerned is about playing spin. There are a few players, Ruturaj Gaikwad and Sooryavanshi. These two guys only played really well as far as spin is concerned in this particular series. If you are talking about, how and who can score runs as far as playing against spin is concerned, and on the other hand, the ability to take wickets as far as new ball is concerned. They were doing good as far as spin is concerned. They are doing good at the end part of the innings, at the death overs. They are turning the game from there. But when it comes down to playing as far as this particular series is concerned, they were not able to pick wickets. There could be a change. Obviously, there is a replacement in the talks at this point of time as far as injury is concerned, and that's Ashok Sharma in place of Yudhvir. But we have to wait and watch around that. But again, the question is who will pick wickets, and that's I think the major question mark before India A versus Afghanistan A. If India reaches to the final, then obviously India A versus Sri Lanka A. The big question is that, but. The things which are making headlines is obviously Tilak Varma and more importantly Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. So when you talk about Tilak Varma, I again want to say that when he started the chat with umpires, it was not that bad at that point of time. Yes, that's not excellent conditions as far as, to start a game at that point of time. But the amount of time umpires took, it was around 12 to 15 minutes. And 12 to 15 minutes are good enough to end a super over game. So they took 12 to 15 minutes to get the consent of everyone and then to start the game. And in between, they told Tilak Varma that if the light get worse from here, we will stop the game right away. And when they started, the Sri Lankan batters, when they started, it was already quite dark at that point of time. So umpires haven't taken that call which they earlier said to Tilak Varma, that if we feel that it's getting darker, we will definitely stop the game then and there. That didn't happen. So, and after that, they took, when there was this no ball decision, they took more than, I think, a couple of minutes on giving that decision that whether it's a no ball or not. So, multiple things have happened when you talk about the Tilak Varma thing, and obviously then thereafter India lost that game. Now, there is again this debate also that why not Vaibhav Sooryavanshi took the strike. So first thing, Vaibhav never takes strike as far as opening the innings is also concerned. He never takes strikes. The second thing, it's in hindsight that we can say, so why Sooryavanshi took strike. Sooryavanshi is the best batter of this particular series when it's come down to hitting the ball, and that we know quite well. And on the other hand, on that very day, yesterday, he was your best batter. And we have seen this multiple times in IPL or in international cricket that at certain point of time, they decide that the best batter of that particular innings, eventually take the strike. So yes, it's little subjective at this point of time that why not Vaibhav, but I think if Vaibhav had taken the strike and two balls it went for 4 runs or 3 runs, then there could be again this question that why not Sooryavanshi took strike, because Sooryavanshi is the best batter of that particular inning. So it is quite subjective at this point of time. You can debate on that, but I don't think that it's majorly the fault there that why didn't Vaibhav took the strike. And then obviously the third part, what happened with Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. What was done by Vishan and obviously the other Sri Lankan players. If you watch the visuals, if you see the pictures, it's Vaibhav Sooryavanshi who's already walked past that huddle of Sri Lankan players. They were celebrating, obviously, they should have. But they were kept on provoking Vaibhav Sooryavanshi. When he's just before them, they were provoking. When he was crossing them, they were provoking. And when he already passed them, then also they were provoking. And it was just 1 or 2 first, and then there were 3, 4. And that's when, you know, it was around first around Sooryavanshi Gay, and then when they said multiple things, then obviously the provocation happened and Vaibhav Sooryavanshi turned around, and then you know, these things happen. Now the question will be, I'm not here to say that you know, Vaibhav Sooryavanshi should learn certain things. Obviously he will learn these things, that how to tackle these kind of situations, definitely. But the most important thing is that whenever these things happen, why we only see the picture from Vaibhav's point of view? Why don't we see that what Ali Raja said during that Asia Cup final? Why are we not saying that what Sri Lankan players, they kept on provoking, and what he should have just walked like that only? I don't think that he should done that. And but on the other hand, I don't want him to get, you know, it's as we say, cricket is not a contact sport, so you can't touch. But obviously there is other part of the story, and people are missing the other part of the story. They are only criticizing and giving all the moral lecture to Vaibhav Sooryavanshi at this point of time. They should have think from this point of view also, that there was a constant provoking which happened, and not here only, but during that Asia Cup final also. So yeah, that's what Vaibhav, that's how Vaibhav replied, and I think that he will eventually learn. But the main thing now is that what will be the repercussions of this particular incident? What will the match referee do? That's I think will be the most important thing from here onwards. So we will keep a look on that. There are multiple things as far as the rule book is concerned, but yeah, we have to wait and watch. We'll give you all the details as far as this particular tour is concerned. Till then, thank you so much and take care.